starts Barcelona. So many storylines in this one, Eric.
Yeah, turbulent season for Real Madrid. 3 managers, and perhaps a sign that the Galactico era...
Teams really entering this game on 2 opposite ends of the spectrum, almost.
Yeah, it seemed like Barcelona were still trying to establish themselves under Frank Rijkaard and get...
The Brazilian coach Casillas in between the sticks. Salgado on the right-hand side of the back 4. Elguera and just ahead of those 3. And then up top, the original Ronaldo, the phenomenon, and Michael Owen.
And George, Barcelona.
And Barcelona, very familiar 4-3-3, as you might expect. Victor Valdez in goal from right to left. You have Giuliano Belletti, Rijkaard, Football Club Barcelona.
And we are officially underway at the Santiago Bernabeu. A lot of whistles, as Barcelona are usually met with on this occasion. Show that replaced Carlos Queiroz. Carlos Queiroz, who started off his career at Real Madrid well, and then it quickly spiraled out of control, Eric.
Yeah, he actually was at the top of the standings at Christmas, and then the second part of his season went to bits. But Jose Antonio Camacho, who was a legend at Real Madrid as a player, perhaps their best left back ever, if you take everything into consideration. But when it came to the managing...
Zidanes and Pavones, as he said. Zidanes, those world-class signings, and then, of course, the Pavones, the Cantoneros. And a chance.
Speaking of world-class, just the way that David Beckham whips in a ball.
Beckham as well, because, you know, he's a pretty boy that sells a lot of shirts.
Right.
So that was that aspect of it. And in the end, Barcelona, just to finish the question about the Galacticos underachieving, this Galactico squad should have done with what the Cristiano Ronaldo squad did, and that is win those 3 Champions Leagues in a row and make it happen.
Well, Ronaldo on the right-hand side over here, unfamiliar territory for the big striker, but he delivers a peach of a cross to Zinedine Zidane, who bashes his head against the post. Well, no good deed goes unpunished.
Ooh. First of all, Eric, man, we're in Miami. We don't say peach, we say mango.
Oh, okay,
my mango of a cross, because that's how sweet it was.
A fun fact for you guys, Zidane playing in 11 Clásicos where he scored 3 goals and collected 2 assists. This was his 5th goal on the season and a 6th assist of the season for Ronaldo.
Oh, those are some great stats there.
Yeah.
Courtesy of Gab.
Optigab.
And just...
But
no marking whatsoever. Zidane making that run, the deep run. He actually starts the play initially on the left-hand side before the ball ends up at the feet of Ronaldo.
Talks about O Fenomeno and how great a goal scorer he was and how explosive, but they forget he had a lot of number 10. Oh, this is a great opportunity. Eto'o scuffs the shot there. Usually Eto'o buries those opportunities.
Johan Cruyff, who laid the foundation for the Barcelona that we're seeing right here with Ronaldinho. I think you also, the most obvious answer, and credit to one of our producers, Antonio Aquilino.
Didier Deschamps won a World Cup as the French captain and French coach. And then someone like even Diego Simeone was an excellent player in his day.
And he looked to the left and he saw Roberto Carlos. He looked to the right and he saw Zinedine Zidane. And he said, I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be. That's some confidence.
Or where he wasn't supposed to be. I don't know, one of the 2. Gabriel Pessoa. Macalere was the Galacticos. Dennis Rodman did, though, so maybe there's a little bit off there.
Nobody partied like him. Oh, look at Roberto Carlos. Oh!
Yeah, too unselfish. Too unselfish from Roberto Carlos and Ronaldo as well. He had a window to shoot. And a lot of people think of Ronaldo as a guy who finishes his plays in the box, but he had a tremendous strike from outside the 18.
But look at the vision to catch and see Roberto Carlos open on the left. Of course, they have that connection from the Brazilian national team. And is it me or Roberto Carlos have the thickest thighs in history? And a great chance here. Michael Owen barely misses.
For years to come. But when you say Zidane carried his French team, the French team on his shoulders, I think maybe that's a bit of an exaggeration, but you can make that point. But so did Cruyff. Cruyff carried some very good Dutch teams, but he was by far the superstar. What is going on again?
Get ready, because I don't know if you're going to be able to do anything about what's going to transpire here in the next few seconds. Bend it like Beckham over the line into the back of the net for O Fenomeno.
Well, it's a whip and the accuracy from a David Beckham free kick. Bend it like Beckham. I don't think I would want any other player trying to pinpoint a target in the box other than David Beckham.
And that leaves Ronaldo by himself. But this is common for Barcelona. Set-piece defending for a long time has been a major issue, and it came up here again.
Ronaldo was actually on a goal-scoring drought.
I'd forgotten that he played for the 2002 World Cup, but that explains it all. Thank you, Gabe Pessoa. By the way,
new conversation here. Who's your favorite player? Ooh, to have done the dirty and played for both Real Madrid and Barcelona.
Oh, this is easy too.
Okay, go ahead.
Oh, it's phenomenal Ronaldo.
Won 3 consecutive Champions Leagues and won 1 league in 16-17. Isn't one of the great managers, and I think that there was a lot of luck involved, some beneficial calls that went Real Madrid's way, but
for 3 consecutive seasons, he won 3 consecutive Champions Leagues because of beneficial calls.
No. I'm not saying. I'm just saying.
In this game, they're down 2-0. But you can see, even though they're down 2-0, they're still controlling the possession. And then Xavi, that's too much space for Xavi right there. Look at Eto'o, around 3 defenders able to get that ball through, and then that burst of pace, and then just toe pokes it past Iker Casillas. How he's able to beat 3 players like that is unbelievable. I love Eto'o, man. I love him.
Well, the ball he gets artist. Samuel Eto'o or Romario Baixinho.
Ooh.
A little did you know there at the beginning of the season, Eto'o joined Barcelona from Mallorca and ended up leading the team in scoring with 25 goals. This was his 22nd goal of the season. Eto'o, and how he deserved to win a Ballon d'Or as per an interview with Jose Mourinho.
Can I just say,
we agree, and George
during that time, he was still the captain of the team, the baby of Madrid. You are right that in the last few weeks
on YouTube, Impact don't win trophies, 3 straight UEFA Champions Leagues.
People still hung up on this Zinedine Zidane.
You know what though? I'm gonna have Eric's back a little bit on this.
When Zidane leaves, and Cristiano sticks around under Lopetegui and Santiago Solari, do they go and win the Champions League again?
Probably. I think they won't get one.
I don't think so,
Sean,
because
absolutely not.
And I'm not suggesting that Zidane isn't a very good coach. I think that there were times where he didn't seem to be the most tactically astute, although we have seen the evolution a little bit as we just check out this play with Julie hitting the period, because let's not forget that they didn't do very well in the league for most of Zinedine Zidane's tenure as a manager.
Out of Africa.
I'm curious to hear who Daniel says is number 1.
Yeah, who's number 1 for you, Daniel?
Oh, what a great
comment below.
And once again, Ludovic Giulia with an opportunity there.
The goalkeeper.
By the way, Mubarak Aldosari, I hope I'm pronouncing his name correctly. I do not know any coach that does as much rotation as Zidane does. If he is not a great tactician,
like to deal with those types of personalities, which is interesting. Personalities wins you a couple titles.
Yeah, and Ray Hudson talked about this a lot. Basically encouraged a team that had lost some of its confidence under Rafa Benitez. And that plays a huge part, because when you have a team with so many talented individuals, ultimately they know
the big money. So, Richard, who for you is a big coach then?
Ooh. Ooh, Julie almost.
Well, that was all about last-ditch defending from Real Madrid. The slalom from Eto'o, the eyes on the back of his head to find Julie, and then Julie almost with a perfect red carpet pass, and the man with the tackle, David Beckham. I think maybe I didn't say it at the beginning, but this was one of his best performances in a Real Madrid jersey. Unbelievable player. One of the most elegant of all time.
Yep. Oh, this is... Ooh, almost... And guess who makes the tackle there? Captain Carles. Look at phenomenal, using his body to win the ball and hold off Iniesta.
Doesn't get enough credit for his hold-up play.
Yeah.
Ronaldo.
And drawing 2 defenders.
And just like in the earlier on that right-hand side, creating all sorts of problems. Roberto Carlos with the ball on the left side, turning on the afterburners.
Yep.
And Raul Gonzalez, right place, right time, just getting ahead of Oleguer to knock it in.
Roberto to Raul.
A little did you know, Raul scored 15 goals in 35 editions of El Clásico for Real Madrid. We are going to take a closer look at that goal in just a couple seconds. But who was it in our comment section that wanted to hear more about Raul? Well, here you go.
There you go. And it certainly is. For someone who's such a club icon, he does get overlooked a lot.
Oh, of course.
Raul.
I mean,
and it's a shame because he's the essence embodiment of what Real Madrid is.
Well, when we were talking before about Galacticos, really Galacticos were the players that were at Galactico, one of the most underrated players in Spain.
Yep. Halftime.
And the halftime whistle has sound. 3-1 is the scoreline. Xavi exchanging words with the referee, not happy. The Galacticos at the Santiago Bernabeu taking on Frank Rijkaard's Barcelona. The scoreline is 3-1, guys. And let's refresh everyone's memory as to who the heck is on the pitch, beginning with the home team. Eric.
Well, I've forgotten. Well, Casillas in goal, Salgado on the right side of defense.
And comments on your screen is taking the lead.
Yep.
Good, not a solid pick.
Ooh, that's a good ball by Eto'o. Oh, what a save, Iker.
That's tremendous save by Casillas, and that's a third opportunity.
This tweet here, I would build a team around Umtiti.
Yeah,
Yeah, where were you 5 minutes ago?
Welcome to the show, George.
Oh my goodness.
A little bit of a trivia fact here. Julie and Rafa Marquez both played at Monaco together.
Yeah.
And speaking of trivia, I have a little piece of trivia for you guys. What match, all competitions, had the most players to have won a Ballon d'Or?
I know the answer to this one, so I won't take part.
You do?
I do. How much impact he had for the club. In that regard, I think Nicolas Anelka and Kaká, you have to look at those as 1 and 2.
Sergio Pisolante saying Eder Militao, worst Madrid signing. How about Danilo? Sergio Pisolante.
Yeah,
that
Danilo
was not a good one.
Michael Owen was an absolute superstar. I mean, this is a guy who won 2 Premier League Golden Boots before he was 20 years old. He won the treble, not the Champions League or the Premier League title, but he won the UEFA Cup. He won the League Cup and the FA Cup with Liverpool. It's a tough one. I think Wayne Rooney gets the nod. He had more of an impact for the teams that he played for, specifically Manchester United. He wins the Champions League, but it's gone downhill. Moved to Besiktas here, got into legal trouble for brandishing a gun in a nightclub. So his career is really burned.
You know what? Out of the Turan. Oh, here's an opportunity. Oh, long range.
Mubarak
Telguera and then Beckham. Oh, beautiful ball over the top. Michael Owen 1-on-1 against the goalkeeper. He's going to score.
And I was talking about how he lives on the shoulder of the last defender. And all credit to Ivan Elguera, who manages to tackle Eto'o, steal the ball from him with authority to allow David Beckham to get that pinpoint pass off. And when we look at this play, George, just the speed of thought that Beckham displays on this play. Just one quick look, and then the accuracy that he has basically demonstrated throughout his career to find Owen in open space in a race with Puyol. And then Victor Valdez maybe could have done more or should have done better, but with that much green, it was Gio van Bronckhorst. Michael Owen is always going to outrun everybody.
Let's see. I think I used my degree to become a bartender for a year because I needed money. So I think I was working as a bartender the 4 seasons.
Nice, nice.
Well, they gave up a goal on a set piece earlier in this game. The Ronaldo goal. So let's see if the other Ronaldo.
Well, he loved putting on a show at the Bernabeu.
Oh, golazo.
Oh, my.
Casillas rooted to the spot and then pointing at the wall. Did not jump. And when they do jump, they get annoyed because they did jump if the ball goes under the wall. You cannot please a goalkeeper.
Oh, you really can't ever please a goalkeeper.
Oh.
How about this? Did you know 207 games? Oh,
the technique.
207 games with Barcelona, collecting 94 goals and 71 assists. That was the stat, George.
Woo.
Good eye. On just some names that were rising through those ranks and slipped through Real Madrid's fingertips. But on the flip side of that, the Zidanes y the Pavones, on the Zidane side were the Galacticos. Luxemburgo was quoted after these matches saying, he didn't even speak to me because Luis Figo was, like you said, so insulted to not be included in the starting 11 here tonight. And
for good reason. I'm not even talking about starting 11, but if you're going to pull a guy like Luis Figo off the bench, you don't do it in the 82nd minute, especially when you're winning 4-2. There's a very good chance that they will win La Liga when all is said and done.
Oh, wow.
Ooh. That was a good chance there.
David Beckham being David Beckham. Adult, signed by Sporting. So it just shows you how much time has flown by.
And the final whistle has sound at the Santiago Bernabeu. It would be a 4-2 win for Real Madrid.